Good evening and welcome to the Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox. I am your host, Captain Jack. Now, we are currently running a little bit behind schedule with getting both teams in here, so stick with us. We will begin this underway. We took a week leave of absence. It is now week 7. Once again, a few difficulties tonight, rather. The title should be Quacked Esports versus Cthulhu If it is not, that is who we have tonight, Quacked Esports and Cthulusbrood playing this evening on Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox. Of course, the map, as you can see up at the top, is Bank, so a new map for the stream. Once again, this is week 7. Of course, the Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox, hosted by the Salty Gamers, is a 16-week tournament season, rather, that ends with a tournament that the grand champion wins $250. Now that is quite the prize, especially for a league in its first season, its first development. So make sure you give the Salty Gamers on Instagram a follow. They are our sponsor and host, and of course, without them, none of this would be possible. Now we are currently waiting on the other members from each team to join. Seems we're going to try and get that underway here, so stick with us. We have one member from each team. The problem seems to be they are not able to invite their teammates, so we're going to try and see if we can fix that for them. So yes, of course, if you're just tuning in, we are slightly behind schedule. We're going to try and get this underway. The Rainbow Six servers are running a little bit differently tonight. They are not allowing, the other team is not being allowed to invite their own teammates. So we're going to see if we can get that fixed. Now, once again, to those of you just now checking in to the game. Oh, slight difficulties. We are currently inviting each other member one by one. Okay, there we go. The entire team of Quacked Esports is now with us, so we're going to try and get Cthulusbrood in here now. Okay, and here they come. All right, we now have all members of the respective teams, so we're going to get this match underway. Week 7, Quacked Esports versus Cthulusbrood here on the Rainbow Six Pro League. Of course, as all of you know, the game mode is Bomb. The map is Bank. First team to 5 wins. We're going to see Quacked attacking here first on round 1, beginning of the game, and we're going to see Cthulusbrood playing defense. course, the most common spot picked is the basement. So none other than that is where they will choose. Mira being a incredibly important operator on the defensive room of basement, where she can look in to the lockers, of course, from that little connector hallway. So I'm sure we'll see some interesting strategies here with all of these operators. Jackal going to be extremely helpful, especially with 3 speeds on the defensive side. Hard breachers are never a bad pick. Blackbeard, of course, now has a stronger weapon. Twitch annoying as ever. Good counter to Mira. But we don't see a bandit or a mute being played to prevent the hard breachers from doing their thing. So that is now going to be up to the roamers.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, round 1 here, of course, on the basement, like we mentioned previously. Like I said before, Mira being a perfect operator for this hold. We just saw her recently reinforce a wall out here in connector. Always, the Mira always goes on that wall looking in to objective A. Smoke, also a must-have. Does so much in the name of stopping the plant. Very important. Pulse can do a lot as well from being above or below and scanning their heartbeat through the wall.
Attackers have recovered their
Spawning in now, we're going to see
out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
clearly Oreo spawned by himself there in the parking lot. Everyone else going to run down jewelry. Jewelry tunnel. We see Twitch, Habana, and Jackal all moving up towards the second floor. Gonna take their time most likely and clear slowly. The only defender happens to be Vigil here, who nearly gets shot on accident through the wall. So just barely missing a bullet there. Of course, as you can see though, he does have his lucky dice on his gun, so he should be fine. Jackal, the anti-roamer himself, pushing in through the upstairs now. Trying to get a lock on if any roamers come through here. We can see him using his HUD and noticing that someone has been here. He's going to scan it all the way from over here to play it safe, and now knows where Vigil is. Vigil, being tracked, is going to have to try and rotate safely, either attack Jackal or just avoid him for long enough. Two more pings left. He knows he's getting himself in a dangerous situation, so he's going to cut his losses and rotate farther away. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. The roamers are doing their job, forcing this attack team. Clearly Mystic kills Uftapon there. Not even sure at all at what happened. Twitch now dead. Thanks to Habana. Habana opening the hatches. Causing a little bit of vertical damage for the defending team. However, 50 seconds left and their attack is nowhere close to being set up. C4 up through the bottom. Trying to get a lucky pick. Doesn't kill anyone. Habana pre-firing things. Knows Mira is there. Mira knows she's there. It's Canadian. It gets a kill there on clearly Mystic. Roaming this entire round. He's been playing a great Vigil. 25 seconds left. They have to plant the diffuser, kill the entire team, and worry about Vigil. Vigil rotating back. Now sees Blackbeard, but Blackbeard caps him straight in the face. A 3v4. Blackbeard knows someone is there. He's going to rotate out. Strix gets the kill on Fakey as game. A 2v4 now. We see Thermite trying to ninja defuse, but gets killed easily as Pulse rotates back to site, but rather it was smoke from behind. Round 1 goes to Cthulusbrood. moving into round 2 here on this week 7 game. Quacked Esports down 0-1 under Cthulusbrood. As we talked about in our last stream, we see the loved Montaigne finally making another appearance, as he's been quiet in this Pro League season. However, our most popular operators are nonetheless, other than Jaeger, Thermite, Habana, and Mira. Almost every round, one of those, or all of them, are picked. Lots of them, which, I mean, not a whole lot you can do without any of them as well. So good solid picks, but obviously you could see that is the meta.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Quack now on the defense, going to defend downstairs themselves. Try and get a W out of that. After round 1,
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
for Quack, we see Fakey has Game Law with a kill on top of the leaderboards. As an even spread down for Cthulusbrood at 1-1-1-1. Of course, Whitehawk doesn't have a kill because Quacked Esports team killed there last round. Not quite sure what happened.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Alright, 3 seconds now. Gonna continue in third person to
Attackers
see
recovered the diffuser.
where everybody is spawning. We see Lion, Montaigne, and Thermite spawning on the north end there, and Jackal and Habana spawning here on the south. Montaigne always fun to spectate. He obviously gets to see the most because he's damn near invincible from the front. Moving quickly, trying to see if he can get possibly a quick plant or a rush down. Not able to do so. However, they do not seem to be ready. Thermite already coming up to blow this wall. The difference here, obviously, being that the first round, Quacked Esports took 37 years to get even anywhere remotely close to the basement, but Cthulusbrood straight in, moving quickly. Montaigne trying to do some dirty peeks, move quickly. Cthulusbrood gets a kill there. No, once again, I am incorrect. Quacked Esports, sorry about that, gets a kill on the Cthulusbrood. Lion is down, killed by Vigil. Thermite going for the plant. Montaigne protecting him with his life and doing a great job at it. Thermite, for some reason, not managing to get it down. Quacked rushing him now. It's only Montaigne and Thermite left alive. Montaigne being the gunner, he's going to be the most interesting to watch here. Montaigne getting aggressive, kills a pushing Mira. He knows from behind that someone is coming. He sees Vigil. He's in a 1v1 up here. Vigil rotating up. Thermite all alone, waiting for someone to peek him. Montaigne the Mountain is off by himself on top of the staircase right now, waiting for a rotating Vigil to come back and get him. Thermite not quite sure what to do without anything else. He's going to wait and die to Vigil possibly rotating. Both just barely missing each other on the other side of the wall. Vigil trying to quick peek Thermite here. Both just barely looking at each other. Thermite tries the flash, fails at doing that. And just like that, Quacked Esports evens it up, winning round 2. Round 3 of the Week 7 game, Quacked Esports versus Cthulusbrood here on the Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox, of course. I'm your host, Captain Jack. Currently moving into round 3, we are tied up a solid 1-1, a stalemate. Trying to move forward here with some other victories. we've seen so far tonight. Both defensive victories, so gonna see a mix-up of the site now. Gonna go into Teller's office. We see the uncommon Dogerby making an appearance, and the ever-so-loved Caviera on bank. Alright, the beginning of round 3 now, the preparation phase.
Bombs as they can.
A little bit too far there. Here we are, Tellers. And this archives room is the site central of the map. No outside windows looking in, but lots of soft walls, as well as an entire roof that is destructible. No hatches, but Buck and Sledge can get through anywhere they want.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Attackers recovered.
Beginning of round 3, we see clearly Mystic spawning on the southeast side here. And the rest of his team spawning on the other side. "15 seconds in, and Pulse is already down to very, very low health. He's going to get a reset here from his teammate. Here is a way to do it for all of you. You can shoot them in the foot if you're feeling risky. Or, of course, you can throw a throwable at them until they are down because it does very little damage. Once again, we see the slowest attack possible from Quacked Esports. No one even inside the building. Lots of droning, lots of preparation, trying to gather some information on themselves. 2 minutes left. Already a minute down. They're just now finally getting into open area.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Sorry about that. We're going to see Thermite here. Try and blow a wall looking from admin office into archives. Easy to do without a smoke, or rather a mute or a bandit.
Bomb located by attackers.
They could be upstairs droning out. Or rather, pushing it out with Sledge. Sledge gets a kill right onto Pulse as soon as he smacks that thing. So far, the droning and preparation is working for them. Sledge moving as quickly as possible to get his job done and open the floor up. Dokubi giving another ring. Gonna smoke it out, possibly give her teammates downstairs the ability to plant. We see Blackbeard still droning, as Quacked Esports loves the drone. Smoked, trying to defend back.
Swapping mags! Going to drone this part!
5v3 now. Quacked another kill. All tied up 1-1 here. Round 3. Moving slowly, but getting the job done. Thatcher getting the plant done. Is anyone going to notice on time? Smoke drops it right on him. Thatcher going to plant through it like the man he is.
Attackers need to protect the diffuser.
Quacked Esports with another team kill. Just carelessness. Ruining it for them. Caviera going to go for a ninja defuse here. Can Blackbeard notice on time? He notices and caps her in the face with the deagle. It's now Echo v Blackbeard. Blackbeard with a 2-piece headshot there with the deagle to clutch the round for a falling apart Quacked Esports. Just barely managing to turn it around after a series of misfortunate events. However, they were looking promising moving in, and damn near drops the ball on that one. So we've now seen 2 team kills for Quacked Esports. That is just carelessness that needs to be worked on. However, they do have the lead, so whatever they're doing is working. Probably not the team kills, but their strategies are doing well. Cthulhu's down by 1 point here, can easily move in and tie it up here. But if the round 4, they are, of course, are attacking. It's Quacked Esports on the defense. As for Quacked, they, of course, also won their first 2 defenses, so they're going to take a different objective for themselves, this being Tellers and Archives as well.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Once again, same site, similar hold, not a whole lot you can do differently. Same walls have to be reinforced. Similar operators need to be picked on. However, we're going to see a difference here that might have been Cthulusbrood. Mistake was they had no mute or bandit. This team has both.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers have
Okay,
recovered
moving
their-
into round 4, action phase
Heading out to
beginning.
defuse a bomb.
Sophia and Twitch spawning together. Jackal, Thermite, and Thatcher all taking the other side. Sophia gonna decide what to do here. Not seeing much from her. Twitch on the 3rd floor. 4th floor, truly looking into 3rd. Or is it 2nd? My bad. Maestro and Mute. Holding down objective, Smoke rotating in as well. The 3 that you would expect to be in there. Bandit rotating around as a 3. Speed being a quick boy. Now being tracked by Jackal. Jackal knows he's nearby, but rotates back. We see clearly Mystic here. Legion getting a kill onto Sophia. He runs out and is killed right back by Twitch. Jackal making a perfect rotation in between objectives so he can as well open up the floor. A 4-on-4 on round 4 here. Quacked Esports with the lead 2-1 over Cthulusbrood. Cthulusbrood looking to do more of a vertical attack here. We see Jackal and Thatcher opening up more and more of the floor every second. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock here on round 4. Thatcher and Thermite working together in open area to try and open up that wall on A. No one is tricking it, but Maestro happens to shoot the charge as a ballsy mofo. Thermite now trying to open it, but Thatcher destroys the Evil Eye. Jackal gets a kill on a roaming bandit. Thatcher throwing an EMP to the room just for good measure. Twitch pushing in, gets a kill. Mew gets a kill. 2v3. Cthulusbrood outnumbered here. Sorry, Quacked Esports outnumbered here. The attackers managed to plant the diffuser in the other objective. A 1v3 now. Smoke versus the other 3 ops. It's a Quacked Esports advantage with the score, but not with the numbers here on round 4. Smoke hiding in a corner gets killed by Thatcher. Moving into round 5, we see a tied up game here with Quacked Esports and Cthulusbrood tied 2-2. Going to move back into the basement now that that objective is open for both teams. Similar ops making an appearance here. Valkyrie showing up for the first time. Taking a book out of the feedback book here, trying to keep it a little quieter on the in-between phases.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Of course,
the bomb.
everyone states numerous times over that they indeed know what the operators do, just trying to give insight to those that do not. Smoke Oak opening up a hole, possibly to help with sight, but just going to really help the attacking team possibly get a peek through or open it up and just walk in. So we'll see how that goes. Round 5 all tied up here on the Rainbow Six Pro League on Xbox. Make sure you give the Salty Gamers a follow, holy crap, on Instagram
5 seconds remaining.
for hosting such a wonderful event. Of course, the
Recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers
winner
must
of
locate
the
and
league
defuse the bomb.
is $250. To answer the question in the chat, this is not a M&K using league. However, I must say it is possible on Xbox to use a mouse and keyboard, but this is Xbox, so you should be using a controller. On the outside here, we see Thermite
Attackers bomb
by
diffuser
himself,
has been
Thatcher,
dropped.
of course, by himself. Quacked Esports, these slow attackers taking their time. Sledge there gets a kill. Onto Smoke. Paul's holding the back staircase. Sledge in, pushes quickly.
Attackers have recovered
Taking
their
out
diffuser.
Paul. It's a 5v3 now. Quacked Esports doing some early work. 2 of the final defenders, only 2 in the objective. Here we see Valkyrie using her cameras.
Attackers
And
dropped
Mira
the bomb
using her
diffuser.
mirror.
Attackers recovered
Cavi
their
upstairs doing her job. Just not very well. Things staying quiet.
diffuser. A bomb has been located.
Thatcher gets down. Blackbeard gets down. But Sledge moves around, finishing with a 3K there. Sledge low health. Beastly Noob there gets a pick. Mira now the last remaining defensive operator left in the game. You see Sledge opening that hole up. Gonna try and possibly plant there, but if Mira, of course, has...
Attackers have recovered
Oh,
their
and a perfectly timed grenade from Clearly Mystic gets a kill. Absolutely gorgeous. A 4-piece from Clearly Mystic coming out this round. Bringing him up to a total of 6 kills. Quacked Esports steamrolls over Cthulusbrood there, making the score 3-2. Moving into round 6, we're going to see Quacked Esports return to lockers and CCTV room in the basement to get their second chance at a victory down there. As we just saw, even though Cthulusbrood won there the first round, it does not mean a victory later on. So Quacked Esports gonna need to change some things possibly to do the same. In the chat, Mystic got called out for nearly losing that round. Or rather, losing that round for Quacked Esports. And then He answered with a destructive round. The 4K, obliterating Cthulhu's Brood. Smoke opening up the rotation hatch, always popular. Heavier set of operators chosen this time around. Mira, Echo, and Maestro bringing up the big dogs. Mystic the only quick boy, and Smoke being a 2-armor. Lots of defenders in objective. Could be the key, as last round we saw Cthulhu's Brood only keeping 2 down there.
Bomb located by attackers.
Someone's footsteps are echoing loudly. It's Blitz, of course. And Echo gets a quick peek, taking out Thermite. Blitz in total awe, shooting the wall in the face because Thermite's body is not where it's supposed to be. Blitz absolutely having a panic attack without a gunner. All alone and sad in this world.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Pulse. Sorry, Vigil gets the kill there onto Jackal. Hibana does succeed in opening the hatches, though. The first positive thing coming out of this round for Cthulhu's Brood. Hibana alone upstairs. Ash on this back staircase, and Blitz by himself now pushing into CCTV. Hibana upstairs waiting for a rotation that no one is making. Ash doing the same. 4 defenders in OBJ. 1 on the second floor looking down. All holding angles, all being smart. Blitz is in the objective. Of course, Smoke knows that, but he is not worried at all. Maestro, Smoke, and Mira all have him down. Blitz now dead. Sorry, soon to be dead. Now dead. 4v2 situation. Smoke throwing a random smoke out. Not catching an A1, but preventing them from being able to see. Hibana opens up part of that wall just slightly. Hibana pre-firing the Mira. Ash doing a quick rotate into open area to look down through that hatch. And Echo is ready for it. 4v1 now. Hibana moving in, pre-firing, and not succeeding. Hibana getting lit by the Evil Eye and killed by the smoke. Quacked Esports absolutely steamrolling. Cthulhu's Brood moving on a roll here. A path of destruction. Smoke just barely clipping her there. Takes her down. Hibana out of that one. Round 7. Quacked Esports with a demanding 4-2 lead, making it match point. One more dub, and they get the big one. Doc showing up for the first time, a ACOG, always helpful on the basement hold. Once again, re-mentioning Week 7, Quacked Esports versus Cthulhu's Brood. Make sure you give the Salted Gamers on Instagram a follow to show some love and support for the amazing tournament that they are sponsoring for us, making all of this possible. Of course, the big payout in the end being $250, which is quite the number for a league in its first season. Of course, early registration for the fall season will be beginning soon. we even have a website going up here within the next few days, hopefully. So stick around, not going to give you that address yet. It's not quite perfect, and of course, all we want is perfection. Everything's got to be just right for our players, our watchers, anyone and everyone in between.
Attackers discovered the location of a bomb.
4-2 situation, match point. Quacked Esports looking to cap it off here with one more round to put them down. And no, I do not have a SoundCloud. I know you like my rhyming skills. We see the attackers, most of them spawning here on the northeast side, including the diffuser. As for the final member, Doe could be spawning over here on the northwest side. Once again, Quacked Esports has one of the slowest preparation phases known to man, taking their time, but it has been working, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Twitch doing her thing, peeking through, trying to catch anybody. But with no one looking, she's got no reason to. Sorry about that. We were going to go ahead and spectate Twitch, see if we can get some master Mira plays, but she is spotted. Gonna have to sneak in, zaps Mira just to say screw it, and gets killed by another defender. Mira not really doing all that great. Mira happy to know that her mirrors are safe. Joe could be ringing the phones. Always a pain in the ass, especially if you're in a gunfight. Clearly Mystic doing his sledge thing, getting a kill on the smoke there. That will help out enormously in this game. Doc sitting there gets pre-fired by Blackbeard, gonna try and heal up after the attackers are getting aggressive and successfully doing so. Blackbeard holding an angle, looking into A. Doc now being healed up. Uses all of his thin pistols to get him to fold. Rather, only two. Almost down. Doe could be downed there by Caviera. Jaeger getting a kill on the clearly Mystics. It's Canadian now, team kill Skies. Evening it up 3-3. Lots of TKs, lots of sloppiness. Doc rotates back to give Jaeger a stim pistol and misses. Doc gets a kill though, right back. Doc now low health as well. Lots of low health for the defenders, but numbers for them as well. Twitch is now down and interrogated. Caviera and everyone else knows exactly where Blackbeard is. Blackbeard knows where she is as well though. 1v2 now. Blackbeard's got the shield. Everyone else has the health and the numbers. Blackbeard could one-shot either of them.
10 seconds remaining.
5 seconds, he's got to do something. Pushes in, and Jaeger finishes off them there with just a headshot for style. Cthulhu's inches closer to tying it up. Now bringing the score to 4-3, moving into round 8. Quacked Esports currently in the lead with a 4-3 lead over Cthulusbrood. Week 7 here on the Rainbow Six Pro League Xbox. IQ showing up for some fun. Haven't seen her yet tonight. Of course, Ash, always in the meta. Never a bad pick if you're looking for some frags. Quick look at the leaderboard. Been a minute. We see Fakey as game and clearly Mystic at top for Quacked Esports, doubling it up with 8 kills. As for Cthulusbrood, we see Strix on top with 5.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Always interesting how the point system works here in Rainbow Six, because if you look at it this way, the bottom player for Quacked Esports has 5 kills.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And the top player for Cthulusbrood has 5 kills. But that in no way describes how this game or these players play. So, you cannot, it's not always about the kills, clearly. Because that does not tell the whole story. Now a defense coming from Quacked Esports in open area and kitchen.
5 seconds to go. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers' objective is to defuse.
All defenders spawning out on the southwest east side here. Pre-firing the runouts, always popular, always annoying, always hated. Legion rotating upstairs with Jaeger always roaming. No Mira. Typically there is a Mira brought in on this hold, so we're going to see something different from them. It's a whole 3 plus 4 enforcements there on this north side. That is 7 of the 10 the whole team has used on one wall, essentially. Upstairs we see all 3 hatches, possibly. No, just 2 hatches. The third reinforced. The other hatch is blown open now. Thatcher peeking nobody, no one's in there. Rotating upstairs, Ash droning and Zofia looking through. Bandit in connector closet, replacing his shock wires. Ash drops in the objective, getting risky. Sophia gets a kill though. Thatcher getting the plant down, does so successfully. Quacked Esports outnumbered and out of time. 2v4. Cthulusbrood bringing it up to him. Uftapon gets a kill. K9CG returns the favor. Maestro now the last defending operator left. Gonna have to do a lot of work here. His suppressed gun doing barely any damage, not helping him out. Ash peeking through the wall, gets a cheeky headshot. Tying it up, 4-4, moving into overtime. Cthulusbrood not out of this yet. Now, of course, overtime, round 1, first team to 6 gets the win. Taking a minute to load into this game here. As I say it, of course, I jinxed myself and we begin in, so that's probably a good thing, though. Over time, we're going to see the basement defended. Nothing more popular than that objective on this map. Now, for those of you watching while we have a quiet preparation phase, throw out your favorite defender in the stream and we'll see really who is. We'll just give it our own little stream all-time favorite and say that that's the most popular operator of all time. Just go ahead and give it that title. Big title for a few people, but we'll give it that. So, your favorite defender of all time. Who you got? Who you taking? And if we get 5 people to comment their favorite defenders of all time, I will tell you mine. Or better than that, guess mine. Guess what my favorite defender is to play in this game. Obviously, you've never seen me play. We got a Legion. Legion's a great op, always useful, always helpful. Mira placing for Mira finally. Twitch is still around though. And trying to sneak into the objective. Maestro knows though and is giving the call out that she is coming. Misses the first one, gets a chance. Misses the second one. Not succeeding in doing so again. Lion gets a kill on the Uftapon. BC Noob returns it back. Lion is dead, but gets his call off just in time.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Mine is Bandit.
Defenders have located the diffuser.
Bandit Dorito? No. Rook main? I seem like a Rook main? Okay. I will say that I do not main either of those. And to be fair, Rook might be one of my least played operators. 2v3 now. Clearly Oreo gets a kill there. Sky CG, Oreo down. 1v3. Quacked Esports outnumbered here. Cthulusbrood looking good to get a win here, taking the lead of 5-4 here in the overtime round. No chance to defuse now. Going just for kills. Montaigne coming up, getting aggressive. Maestro looking through, doesn't even see him. But Maestro gets a kill himself just before ending the round. Cthulusbrood bringing it back on a 3-round win streak. Making a match point if they get this next W. Alright, my favorite defending operator has been since she was released. It's a girl, oh boy, Frost, hands down. Frost always been my favorite defender. A lot of fun there, like her weapons, I like her gadget. She's a little bit underplayed right now. Could use a little bit more love, but lots of love for Frost always. Definitely my favorite. Now, moving in here to round 10. Let's see if... Let me know who your favorite attacker is, and throw out a guess on who mine is. Ella showing up for the first time this game. Possibly the change that Cthulusbrood needs on the defending side. Doing well on the attacking side now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Round 10, of course, defending the basement once more. We see Smoke opening up his infamous wall. As the interesting difference here we see is a wall, the same wall opened up every time for the Cthulusbrood, and the opposite wall opened up every time for Quacked Esports. Okay, so interesting strategy. If my favorite defender is female, therefore my favorite attacker must be female. I will answer that with no. There you go, narrowed it down. It is a male attacker. He is my favorite. I will say that he's rather disliked. But I have some fun with him. Alright. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. 4-5. Quacked Esports on the attack here, trying to bring it back within their reigns. Have to win this and the next to get the victory here. all tied up here together, all taking their time, all stuck in the same corner. Thermite, the only one out of the OBJ now, taking himself up to the roof. While it is quiet, back to my favorite attacking operator. I will say, Monty is my second favorite. Lots of love for Monty. Good point. How can you dislike Monty? You cannot. Blitz is not my favorite. Lots of suspense there. However, my favorite does have a shield in a way. Blackbeard. Blackbeard is my favorite attacking operator, pretty much since he was released as well. I didn't use him, however, all that much when he was OP. So, good to say. 4v4 now, just traded kills. Clearly, sorry, Fakey has game log gets a kill there. Quacked Esports with the numbers, 4-3. 47 seconds left on this overtime match point. Cthulusbrood going for the win here. Uptapan gets a kill. Clearly Mystic breaking it 4-2. Their advantage, trying to tie it up. Their only chance to win anything here, win this game, is to win the next 2 rounds in a row. Jackal going for a plant. Blackbeard protecting with his life. Thermite pre-firing the smoke gets a kill. Diffuser down. And Blackbeard with the final kill now, tying it up. Overtime match point. Round 11. Here we come. Winner takes all. Coming down to the absolute wire here with Quacked Esports versus Cthulusbrood. Round 11, the final round of the game, unless somehow they decide to draw. Now, I don't know if anyone here has ever been in a multiple overtime match, but I have. I have, on ranked, gone into triple overtime. It was unbelievable. I was on Canal for nearly an hour. What happened was, the score was tied up for ranked 3-3, forcing overtime. Then we go into overtime match point. Score is 4-4. There was a draw on round 9, forcing a new overtime. So we both play, both win. Score is now 5-5, forcing now this is currently double overtime. Double overtime match point. A draw thrown out again. And moving into triple overtime, finally the match ends. Of course, after all that hard work, I was not going to let the other team get away with a victory, and my team succeeded.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Now this is interesting. I just now noticed this. There is a little room here. This is totally off topic, so sorry for that. But right off of B, a room entirely inaccessible, no door. But it does appear that there may be some paper or a photo in there. Could just be clipping, but hey, you never know. All right, moving back into this. The attacking team moving 3 from the northeast side here. Twitch off by herself. Lion off by herself. Twitch opens up a vital mirror. Quacked Esports in a rough situation now with that mirror being gone. Lots of opportunity all open from that one mirror. However, playing it a little smart, she does happen to have one left. So, not going to be in the spot that she wanted it in the first place, but she at least has one. Montaigne pushing in. This is all moving very quickly. Montaigne is in the room. Jaeger is lying down. Echo concusses Montaigne. Jaeger shimmying around, trying to get a peek. Now in ninja mode here. Montaigne still fully extended, trying to rub off his concussion. Montaigne spots Jaeger, knows where he is now. He's getting droned out. Jaeger goes shield down. Try and draw some fire maybe. Smoking it up, possibly get a plant down. Lion going for his scan. Echo gonna need to do his job to concuss. Does so successfully. Zofia pre-firing just to help out, but doesn't work. Thermite gets a kill on to Jaeger there. Thermite now gonna blow the wall. Montaigne still being the big shield that he is. Gets concussed, still moving into a little rickety. This is, of course, overtime, match point. Winner takes all here. Montaigne pushing up, getting a little aggressive. Gonna have to back up now for remembering he has diffuser. Clearly, Oreo brings it even 4-4. Legion getting a kill onto Zofia there. Montaigne gonna go for plant part 2. Yokai needed to do his job and stop that. Does so successfully. Montaigne going for another plant. Yokai waiting and being patient. Mira pre-fires it. Lion scanning again. 1 minute left. Plenty of time. Diffuser is dropped. Montaigne killed by Legion successfully. 4v3. Quacked Esports with the advantage here. And now a huge advantage. Lion, the only, or rather Thermite, the only attacker left for Cthulusbrood, down just like that to Mira. What was almost a Cinderella victory here for Cthulusbrood. A beautiful comeback brewing did not manifest. Mira locking in the victory for Quacked Esports. And absolutely it is. Hard fought victory for them. Nearly lost it, but they brought it back and did it well. Vicky has game law MVP with 11 kills himself and 2 assists, followed up by 7 and 10 by Beastly Noob and Clearly Oreo. As for the opposite team rather, Cthulhu's Brood, we see Strix and Whitehawk bringing up the top with 7 kills for themselves. Thanks everyone for tuning in to tonight's match of the Rainbow Six Pro League. This was the Week 7 matchup. Quacked Esports getting the dub. Good game to both matches, and stick around on Rainbow Six Pro League Xbox for the latest in competitive esports.